Okay, hello everyone. First of all, allow me to express our gratitude for this opportunity to present our project. On behalf of my group, let me begin by introducing the members of our team. Tata Ivanka, Daniel Rusli, Fariza Sabila, Ayu Artawandari, and Maria Alvareta. Together, we have prepared a study entitled Analysis and Design of Disciplinary System at Universitas Negeri Surabaya. Now, let us begin with the background. In recent years, digital transformation has become an essential part of higher education. Universities are no longer focusing on only academic records such as grades, schedules, and courses. Instead, there is also a strong demand to properly manage and recognize student non-academic activities. At Universitas Negeri Surabaya, these non-academic activities include participation in student organization, involvement in competition, contribution to research, and engagement in community service. All of these activities are very important because they help students build character, develop social and leadership skills, and prepare themselves to face real challenges in the workplace. To address this need, UNESA has developed a system called SIPENA, which stands for Sistem Informasi Penilaian Non-Akademik. Unlike the academic information system that focuses only on academic data, CPNA is specifically designed to record, evaluate, and give formal recognition to non-academic achievements. CPNA uses a measurement unit called SKK or Satuan Kredit Kegiatan. Through this system, every student's non-academic activity is recorded, validated, and accumulated into credits. These credits are not only a recognition of student participation but also become an important requirement for graduation process such as judicium and the issuance of the Surat Keterangan Pendamping Ijazah or SKPI. With this system, students are encouraged to be active inside and outside the classroom. SIPENA therefore plays a dual role. It motivates students to grow personally and socially while also supporting the university mission to produce graduates who are not only excellent academically but also competitive and well prepared for their future careers. And after explaining the background, let us now move to the problem statement. Based on our observation and analysis, there are several main questions that need to be addressed in this study. The first one is how can SIPENA effectively facilitate the assessment of students' non-academic activities in a structured and fair way? Second one is what kinds of challenges and obstacles appear during the implementation of SIPENA in Universitas Negeri Surabaya? Third, how does the existence of SIPENA influence students' motivation and participation in various non-academic activities? And finally, to what extent can SIPENA provide credible and valuable contribution for important academic process, such as judicium and the issuance of SKPI? That concludes the opening part of our presentation, covering both the background and the problem statements. Later, my teammates will continue by discussing the next section in more detail. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Ayu Arta Wulandari. C. Objective of the analysis. The objective to be achieved through the analysis of the SIPENA application are as follows. First, to analyze the effectiveness of the SIPENA system in supporting the assessment process of students' non-academic activity. Second, to identify challenge and obstacle in the implementation of SIPENA at UNESA. Third, to evaluate the impact of SIPENA implementation on students' motivation and participation in non-academic activity. Fourth, to provide recommendation for the development of the SIPENA system in order to optimize the assessment and recognition of students' non-academic activities. D. Benefits. The benefits of this analysis in the report are as follows. First, for students, First, provide official recognition of participation and achievement in various extracurricular and curricular activities beyond academics. Second, motivate students to be more active in contributing and developing soft skills that are essential for career readiness and social life. Third, facilitate students in monitoring and managing their credit achievement from non-academic activity required for graduation recruitment such as the judicium. Second, for institution or admin. First, simplify the management and assessment of student non-academic activity in a structured and standard manner, making administration more efficient. Second, accelerate the process of verifying students' activity data with the support of digital supporting documents, reducing annual error. Third, support the provision of transparent and accurate information service for the graduation process and the issuance of the diploma supplement as a graduation prerequisite.
Chapter 2: Business Process Analysis and Dimension of Business Process. A. General overview of the CPENA system. Definition: CPENA, or Non-Academic Assessment Information System at Universitas Negeri Surabaya, UNESA, is designed as a platform to support the evaluation process of student non-academic activities. This system records and manages data related to extracurricular, co-curricular, organizational research, community service, and other student activities. These activities are counted as non-academic credits within the Student Credit System, or SKK. The scope includes: first, mandatory university activities, such as PKKMB or New Student Orientation. Second, optional student activities, such as organization and leadership, listening and scientific activities, talent and interest development, community service, and other activities regulated in CPENA guidelines. Third, recording, validation, and calculation of SKK, which are later included in the student activity transcript, or TKM, as part of graduation and SKPI requirements. System objective: 1. To provide formal recognition of student contributions in non-academic activities, ensuring achievements outside the classroom are not overlooked. 2. To serve as a foundation for graduation requirements and the diploma supplement, or SKPI, through officially recognized SKK accumulation. 3. To encourage students to actively participate in campus activities, fostering character building and improving soft skills such as leadership, teamwork, communication, and creativity. 4. To provide authentic documentation of student activities and achievements, which can be used by stakeholders such as employers for non-academic evaluation. Scope: the scope of CPENA covers various types of student activities that can be recognized and evaluated, including: A. Mandatory university activities, such as PKKMB. B. Optional activities, such as listening and scientific activities, organizational and leadership activities, talent, interests, and hobby development, community service, and other activities as stated in the CPENA guidelines. Additionally, the system ensures that SKK obtained from these activities is accumulated and included in the Student Activity Transcript, or TKM, which serves as a graduation requirement.
The diagram is separated in 3 different lanes: the student lane, the admin lane, and the system lane. We're going to start with the start event, which is logging into the SSO, done by the student. This is where the process begins. The student logs into the institutional system via SSO. Number 2, selecting CPENA. After logging in, the student navigates to CPENA through SSO. Number 3, student fills out the activity submission form. These include details like name of the event, type of event, date, level, and achieved roles. A data object is also attached, something like a certificate or the work. A file, usually a PDF, is uploaded by the student as evidence. Number 4, submitting the form. The student submits the activity data for verification. This submission is passed on to the admin lane for validation. Number 5 is revision. It is conditional. If the submission is rejected, the student receives a revision message and must correct before being able to resubmit. This loop continues until submission is validated by the admin. The second lane, the admin or verifier or DPA. First we have the data validation. Admin reviews the submitted activity and the uploaded certificate. They will check for authenticity, relevance, the correct semester, and alignment with university requirements. Number 7 is the gateway. Is the data valid? A decision point to determine whether the submission meets all requirements. 2 possible outcomes: acceptance or rejection. If it is accepted, the process moves forward to the SKK calculation. If it is rejected, the admin rejects the submission and goes back to the revision. Sending a revision message. The system or admin sends a revision message containing the reason for rejection. This triggers the revision step back in the student lane. And finally, we've got the system lane. Storing the data. The system stores the submitted data in the database. Note, it is stored under the semester of upload, not necessarily when the event took place. Number 12, accumulation of SKK points. The system calculates SKK based on type of activity, level of activity, and weight or point as defined by institutional rules. The total update total of SKK. The student's total SKK is updated to include the newly approved activity points. This information is stored for the Udicium, SKPI, or transcripts. And finally, the end event, we call it the data SKK finalization. Marks the successful completion of the process, and at this point, the activity is validated, SKK points are assigned, and data is ready to be exported for reports, graduation, and official documents.
User roles and access rights in CPENA. 1. Student. A. Login through SSO to access CPENA. B. Fill in and upload non-academic activity data, type of activity, sporting certificate, photo, assignment letter. C. View submission status, submitted, revision, rejected, approved. D. Track the total SKK accumulated. E. Print or download student activity transcript or TKM. 2. Academic Advisor or TPA. A. Conduct initial validation of activity data submitted by their assigned student. B. Provide approval status, approve, reject, revise. C. Add notes or additional comments if there are deficiencies. 3. Admin or student affairs staff. A. Manage master data, types of activities, SKQ rate, validation rules. B. Verify validation results from academic advisors. C. Manage user accounts synchronized with UNESA SSO. D. Generate recap reports per student, faculty, department, activity type. 4. Faculty or department official, optional if configured. A. Monitor student activity achievements at the faculty or department level. B. View SKK recap by faculty or department. C. Provide recommendations or approval for certain institutional activities. And 5. BAAK or Academic and Student Affairs Bureau or Graduation Committee. A. Access the total verified SDK of student. B. Issue the official student activities transcript or TKM. And C. Integrate SDK data with SKPI or diploma supplement.
Hello. And then, data in the student activity credit system. First, data input is data entered by the user into the system. Student identity, such as student ID number or name, faculty, major, and year of entry. Activity data, type of activity, category, such as mandatory or elective, date, location, and organizer. Supporting documents, certificates, activity photos, assignment letters, and official invitations. Score or SKK week. The score given according to the activity type based on university guidelines. Validation and status. Approval status such as submit, approve, reject, or revision. Submission and approval dates. Record for the system archive. Second, data output. Result processed by the system. SKK score per activity after validation. Total SKK per semester or cumulative. Student activity transcript or TKM as an official document. Reports, which might include recap per student, recap per faculty or major, recap per activity type. Third, master data, permanent or standard data in the system. Types of student activities, such as academic, reasoning, organization, talents, and interns, community service, and mandatory activities. Standard SKK week for each activity type. For example, national level competition have higher weight than internal campus activities. Validation rules, which determine who has the authority to approve certain activities. Fourth, reference data, supporting data for the system. List of academic advisors, or DPA. List of active students synchronized with UNESA SSO systems. List of official organizations, student activity units or UKM, and student activities at UNESA. University rules relate to the recognition of non-academic activities.
Now let us continue to chapter 3, which is the functional requirements of the CPNA system. Based on the result of our questionnaire, most respondents agree that the basic features of Cipena are already useful. However, there are still some important suggestions related to the transparency of validation and the ease of uploading data. From this feedback, several functional requirements have been identified. First, login and authentic via single sign-on. All users, including students, advisors, and administrators, are required to log in using their official UNESA SSO account. This ensures security and also makes the access process more efficient. Second, the upload feature for activity documents. Students should be able to upload certificates or other official documents as evidence of their participations. This feature achieved a high satisfaction score from respondents, with an average of 8.5 out of 10, meaning it is very important and helpful. Third, activity validation. Academic advisors and administrators are responsible for validating the activities submitted by students. However, according to respondents, the feedback given when revisions are needed is sometimes not clear enough. It's only score around 7 out of 10. This means there is still room for improvement. 4. SKK calculation. The system must be able to automatically calculate the credit points or SKK based on the type and weight of the activity. They ensure objectivity and consistency in the scoring process. 5th, transcript reporting. Cipena must be able to generate the student activity transcript or TKM, which can be viewed by both students and administrators. This transcript is later used as one of the requirements for graduation and SKPI. 6th, data editing. Administrators should have the ability to correct errors in the data if necessary. 7th, notification of status. The system should notify students about the status of their submissions, whether accepted, rejected, or requiring revision. Respondents highlighted that these features still lack transparency, with an average score of only 7.2 out of 10. And finally, detailed revision feedback. Validators, such as advisor or administrator, should provide clear and constructive comments to help students improve their submission. It was strongly suggested by respondents as the satisfaction for a score for this feature range widely from 3 to 9 out of 10. Thank you.
B. Non-functional requirements. The questionnaire results highlight several non-functional aspects such as system stability and UI/UX design. The average UI/UX score was 7 to 8 per 10, but some respondents rate it low 3 for 4, indicating room for improvement. Good. NFR1 non-functional requirement security description or condition. The system must ensure role-based access and document encryption. NFR2 performance or speed. Access must be fast. Respondents give an average score of 8 per 10 for Cipena's access stability. NFR availability. The system must remain stable 24/7. However, some respondents still give a low score 5 per 10. NPR 4 reliability. Minimal errors or downtime as expected by respondents. NPR 5 UI and UX. The interface must be simple with clear navigation, responsive for both desktop and mobile. Average score 7.5 per 10. NPR 6 portability and accessibility. Accessible on both laptops and smartphones. confirmed by the questionnaire with a high score of 8 to 9 per 10. NPR 7 scalability, able to accommodate thousands of active students. NPR 8 audit and lodging. All activity must be recorded to ensure transparency. NPR 9 backup and recovery. Automatic backup mechanism must be in place.
That's all for our presentation about the reports. We hope this explanation is clear and easy to understand. Thank you for your attention.